Show. What's going on, everybody? It's Pigpen, the one and only. Welcome to my channel. This is Racing Rivals Live with the Bush League crew. What's going on? We got Mr. Angry Bird. What is up, Nick?
What's going on?
Jeff Fiesel, aka Sir Real. What's up?
Joe. How's it going, man?
It's going good. We're going to be talking Racing Rivals here with Mr. Craig Wood. How you doing, Craig?
Hey, Jeff. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for joining. And as always, Todd, the Bearded Clam Hardway Jr.
What up, bitches?
There we go. I was waiting for it. All right, we got lots of people pouring in already. Guys, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. So basically, we've given it some time. We've let it sunk in. We've tried out the new 6.4.1 update. We're going to talk about it. We're going to let you know what our thoughts are. We have mixed feelings here. 5 of us here. So definitely... got an echo there. Who's that? So we got all kinds of different opinions here, and we're gonna let you have it as far as what we think. So let's start off with, I have a list here, a little cheat sheet that Craig sent me. Let me find that for you. Let's see here. So I'm gonna go through basically August 25th on a new tutorial. Do we want to start with that, guys? Or we want to start with the new tachometer? Where's our passion at? Who's got what to say?
I say we start right off with the update.
Well,
how it failed to begin with. They had to do another one real quick.
Okay, who's this talking?
Who's that talking? That sounds like Craig.
It's Jeff.
And Jeff sent him the update cheat sheet, by the way.
All right. So, guys, you're here with the Bush League crew. For those of you just joining now, I'll do a nice little introduction again. We're here with Nick, Mr. Angry Bird. What's up, Nick? He went to the bathroom. He had to go. Mr. Jeff Fiesel, a.k.a. Sir Real. What's up?
Hey, Joe.
All right. Craig Wood, always pleasure. You there?
Hey, Joe.
All right. And Todd, the Bearded Clam Hardway Jr. All right. Now that we've got introductions underway, I'm just going to start it off. And I'm going to start off with number 1 on the list, the new tutorial. They say a complete overhaul of the tutorial, teaches better control of the car and flow of the game.
Bullshit, and bullshit.
So, I don't know. I wasn't quite sure about it, so I went through the tutorial myself from, I started off with D class all the way finished. I finished S class and got my R class car, and that's where I stopped. And to be honest with you, there's some things I liked and some things I didn't like, and some things where I'm not quite sure yet. So the first things first, we started the campaign. You get your D class car, you start off, and you win a Pinks race against a Cobra SVT Cobra. You get that, and I thought you were going to Pinks to get them all, but it didn't. It turns out it just reverts back to getting them from the showroom, which I don't really have a problem with. But what I do have a problem with, and I know they had to do something about farming, but you can't sell the car. You can sell it, but you get $1, which is nada. You can't pink the cars either, which is crazy talk. I don't like the fact that you have cars in the game that you can't pink. Never a big fan of that. Never liked it.
So you're saying, hold on, Joe. You're saying all the cars from the campaign that you get now.
All of them. D class.
You can't pink any of them.
No, D class,
them, so.
C class, B class, A class, S class, R class. You cannot pink them, and you can. So.
When they did the update, my phone was junk.
Yep.
I couldn't log on.
Mm-hmm.
I was at
What's
local
up, Edward?
association, and I did the tutorial and was going through the campaign, and I pinked that chick's car. and lost it.
How
So I
do
don't
you
know.
think it?
I
You
mean,
can't
that was
paint
the
the campaign
SVT.
cars.
I don't know. I pinked it and lost it.
I don't know.
No.
You win it from the campaign?
I won it from her, and then I pinked it against one of the guys in the campaign, and I lost.
Oh.
And the car was gone.
So you don't get a BMW anymore?
No, I had to go back to the junker that they gave me to begin with, whatever
Wait,
it was.
so hold up. You can paint the bots now? You can paint the bots on campaign?
There's one part where you can pinks. You raise for pinks, and you have to do a few upgrades if you're not careful. If you suck, you lose your car to the bot. Yeah.
Oh, I
But then
thought
you can't paint that one, right?
But you can paint the bot? That's
Yeah. You can't go to a live lobby and pink a racer for. You just can't do it. So it's kind of sucks because you have a new player, and I feel that's the essential part of the game is the pink. Like that's what the game is. That's what it revolves around for so many players. I mean, that's why I play it. I don't play it to free race. I don't play it to see who's faster without anything on the line. I just think that's boring. And to have a campaign set up for a new player, that's like a watered down version of the game. Basically, you're a new player. You have very little money. I finished the campaign. I did as very little upgrades as possible. I did the least amount just to pass the each stage of the campaign, the tutorial. And at the end, I finished up with $83,000. And I had a few crates that I got. You can get those free crates, so I sold the items from that. And I had, after that, $110,000. That's it, $110,000 to finish the campaign. And I had a handful of cars that you cannot paint. So, and they were all like 1645 rating cars. You know, they were just slow. You're not going to win any money with that. So I think it puts the players in a very bad position. I mean, at least when you could paint them, you could go and win some new cars from people. But those cars you can't even paint. So now you have to buy a car from the showroom, spend some money to upgrade it, which okay, but you can't
So what do you
paint.
think about that?
So they want the
What do you think about
people to
that
come
thing,
in
Joe?
and spend money.
Yeah, I mean, well,
Hey, if you A to F rated, Joe, what do you rate it? What do you rate the update?
well,
A to F.
you talking the whole update in general? Because there's a lot of things I like about it. There's a lot of things I like.
Hey, full update in general. What do you rate it?
Honestly, we're gonna get into it, but I'm gonna give it a because of one big thing is the tachometer. I'm gonna give it a D. If it wasn't for the tachometer, I'd give it an A. I don't like the tack. If it wasn't for that one item,
Sucks.
if it wasn't for the
D
tachometer,
or little d?
I would I'd say a D minus.
Little d. Okay.
If it wasn't for the tachometer, I'd give the update an A. I like it. They put music back. Dude, they put music back after the race, which I've been bitching and pissing and moaning about. They put music back. I love it. I love the fact...
They did that for you.
They-
Joe, they did that for you only. Only for you.
Yeah, shut the pig pen up. Here, give them music.
They made it a point where, like, we got to put music back.
Yeah.
They didn't put the normal music back. They was like, yeah, well, let's put random music in there.
So,
There's like a random crackhead on the DJ, like spinning the track, and it don't stop. So if you like it,
yeah, bitching and complaining. You got it. So there's the tutorial. The tachometer, we'll talk about that next because that's my biggest complaint about the game. It ruins the mystery of it when you have the hash marks there, the green hash marks to tell you where to shift. I don't like
I'm
that.
on the fence about that. Hey, I'm on the fence about that.
Well, tell me, what are you on the fence about?
I'm on the fence about that. I mean, I'm on the fence. Like, I understand where you're coming from, and I understand where, like, the older players come from. Like, oh, fuck them new players. Like, let them figure it out by themselves.
No.
Like,
Well, I'm not here to say F the new
but-
players, man.
No, at the same time, like, even though we all race cars every motherfucking week, and we run turf and run showdown, but instead of hitting your buddy up or going to a pigpen video and like, hey, like, what's the ship time for this car? Like, the speedometer, the odometer, the new tachometer, whatever you guys want to call it.
Yep.
It's actually showing you where to shift, which is what I mean. I told you, I'm on the fence about it. I mean, I can't complain about it. I thought it was kind of cool at first, and then I was like, well, maybe it's not, but no, I mean, I'm on the fence, but I'm still like, it's kind of cool, man, because
Yeah.
they're helping the newer player. Like,
I'm all about love it. I love helping the newer players. Like, I think that would be good. The tachometer would be good for a new account for X amount of time.
Exactly.
But not for everybody.
Yeah, but
I don't like the way it feels either.
no.
Okay.
No, I'm saying, hey, the shift time is cool that they put on there, but for them revamping the whole fucking like odometer, like for them revamping the whole thing, and that fucking sucks. Like I don't like that at all. But all they had to do was just put the shift points on the old one. You know what I mean?
Well, that's it. Yes, put the shift points on the old one. Am I the only one who feels that this new tack feels completely different? It's got a different feel.
Does. It's like CSR or CSR2, whatever the fuck they call that shit again.
Like who's?
And it's not in the center anymore. It's off to the side, ain't it?
It's down and right, or down and left a little.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody.
I like it. The only thing I don't like
made a
is
comment.
that.
Go ahead.
The only thing I don't like is the way they put that second tree, and that they
yeah.
the lights go left from
Yeah,
the bottom
under
to
the launch.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Hey, listen,
The
somebody
lights are
made a
supposed to
point.
go from the top to the bottom. That's the only thing that distracted me. I'm past it now, but
Yeah, but hey, somebody made a point to say where they said guys like Joe who like RPM drop, which I don't do.
Yeah.
Like I drop on lights because like reaction, like I just drop on lights. Like you know what I mean? Like I boom boom and I drop. Like but Joe and the other guys, but they drop on the RPM. That's what they drop on. So somebody made a point to say, well, the new lights ain't bad. He's like, they added them to the bottom for guys like Joe that drop on the RPM, like the RPM launch. So, Joe, how is the RPM launch and those lights at the bottom, like right by the new tech working for you? Does it work?
I don't use it. I still use the lights at the top. Because what it is, it's
the lights on the bottom?
because my finger covers them because I'm sitting there and the way I hold the iPad. My index, my left index finger is right there at the launch button. It covers those lights, so I can't even see them. It's just strategically.
Move your finger to the side?
I could do that, but it just doesn't feel natural for me because I've always launched in a certain, I have my hands in a particular set, it's set in a particular way, and. Just it covers those lights. So, but I use the lights at the top anyway. So I just feel those are lights for me. Those lights are redundant. But I do notice.
Okay, lights at the top. But I heard a suggestion that maybe those lights at the bottom would benefit somebody like you, Joe, where you drop on an RPM. That's why I'm just asking you, does it help you or does it hurt you or does it just not do anything?
No, I don't use them, but I'm not saying it's not a good thing for other people. For me, I don't use them, but I have heard... Yeah, I can't say yes or no. I just don't use them. I'm just used to... I'm used to the lights at the top, and that's just what I do. But the thing I've noticed, I've heard a lot of people saying, is that they miss the lights that are... You know how they used to have the yellow and red lights and green above the tack?
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
Those are missing, and I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people use those to launch. People, I can't use that, but that's just me. There's other people that do use them and do very well with them, but those are gone now, and I know that people are missing those. They really like those. They use those a lot. Those are gone. So, I mean, I don't use them, but I say I'd like to see them back just because there's a lot of people that did get used to using them, and really that's how they launch and that's how they race. They look and they say, as soon as those lights...
Joe, we're live streaming with no video right now, right?
No video?
Everybody's watching Joe right now.
We're live streaming
I can
with no
see
video.
Joe.
You can see Joe?
Joe's pretty face.
Hey, pull up that poll that I posted on our group. Pull up that poll so everybody can see.
Okay, let me get to the our group and I'll pull up this poll now. Okay, here. So... Todd put a poll up on the group, guys, and many people voiced their opinion on here, but the question was, what's the worst issue with the new update? So the new update, the biggest issue that people had was the new speedometer, the new tachometer there. Out of everybody, I would have to say it looks like a majority of people didn't like the new tack.
Can you guys see the number of how many people voted for that?
361 voted for that. Second place.
361.
Yeah, so that's number one. 361, and this tells you the closest was second place, obviously, with 120. And that's that cars are slower. Now, I do believe they're putting in a fix for that. So, but the biggest...
They did put a patch.
sent out a fix for it.
They put a patch in that fixed that one, so we can rule that one out. But
Okay.
keep going, Joe.
Number 3, Game Guardian still isn't being fixed. Now... That's a tricky one, though. That's a very tricky one because I don't think there's not a fix for it. I don't think you can fix it. All they can do is go through and find out who's using it and ban their account. I don't think there's an actual...
It's a patent issue. It's a patent issue, right, Joe? Like, they can't block that Game Guardian company, right?
Not only, not that, but basically it's illegal. You cannot...
It's illegal.
You can't go onto somebody's phone, and it's illegal to go onto somebody's phone and see what they're using, what they have on their phone. I mean, so you can't tell if they have Game Guardian. All you can do are tell the specific details that, the specific signals and clues that it puts out there. So you can look and see if there's a telltale sign that somebody's using Game Guardian, and you can ban them for that.
But for those that don't know what Game Guardian is, Joe, break it down.
Oh, geez, I don't even really know, except for it like slows the screen down, I believe, and so therefore people can launch and shift much easier than anybody else because their screen is in slow motion, which is why you have a huge lag on your end because they're not quite there yet because they're in slow motion, cheating, getting precise shifts. And then so it's a huge advantage over anybody. Obviously, it's a cheat. You
They
can't.
can easily go in there and say who's using it, and then say, "Hey, you've been cheating. That's why we're banning your account."
Yeah.
Not just because you have Game Guardian.
Yeah.
My dog Bird. My dog Bird is back.
According to them, a friend used their account at that time.
Here's my second. Here's my second biggest issue. My second biggest issue right here, and this is number 4 on the list, is your NOS doesn't work 90% of the time. Now, I don't know if it's 90% of the time, but I will say that there is a good 5 or 6 races out of 10 that NOS does not go off. And I don't know if it's because...
That'd be 75.
75, you say?
Yeah.
Yes, I get a lot of people here. There's a lot of people agreeing. So.
Isn't it true that it's because
after the patch? After the patch, or is this before the patch?
This was before the patch. I don't know if it's still that case now. People, let me know in live chat what you think. Are you still having trouble with your NOS not going off? What's the deal here, guys? I'll just check live chat here and see what everybody says.
Trying to fix that.
For some phones.
If you can't read good,
Yep.
I don't know
if it's somebody's phone or the bad update because I haven't had any issues with my NOS.
Okay.
And I'm on iPhone 7. My co-leader has a brand new iPhone 7 just like mine, and his fails 90% of the time.
Is that Craig or Jeff?
That's Jeff.
Yeah. So I'm on my iPad, and even in when I'm racing in the test track, 5 out of 6 times that NOS fails. So
really, still, it fails.
Yeah, mine fails quite a bit too.
Well, this was as of yesterday. I don't know if there's been a patch since then. I've been at work all day. I just got home a little bit ago, so I don't know if there's been a fix since yesterday. But as of yesterday, it was failing.
If it was yesterday, then yeah, that's after the patch.
Okay, yeah, I was racing last night, and it was failing pretty frequently, which was just aggravating. I'd have some good launches and shifts, and it was just...
Hey, on the bright side, we got them 400 boosts and that birthday cake fucking...
You got 400 gems.
That's right.
You got 400 gems and that birthday cake RX-7.
The birthday cake RX-7. So there's that.
That's an ugly motherfucker.
I like it.
I'll take yours.
I don't like the sprinkles on the hood. I like the side.
Well, I like the pink reds.
I like the side of the
Polka
car.
dots on the roof too?
What's that?
I haven't really looked at it. I just like the 4 on it.
The 4. So.
And I like the pinkish purple mauve color.
for
and then I put it away,
Oh.
and I'll never look at it again.
I thought that was more fuchsia than mauve.
Yeah.
He said fuchsia.
Hey, Bird got salmon curtains at the house.
Untold story.
He's wiped up.
Untold Story wants to know why he can't join his friends anymore. Well, this is one thing I really like. I like that there's no more
To the wrong people.
lobby jumping, man. You can't join your friend in a live lobby. You can go to your friends list. You can challenge your friend, and you can join a private lobby with him. You can race your friend in a private lobby by challenging him.
Really?
Yes. You go to your friends list, and right above View Garage, there's challenge friend or something like that, or join him or something of that. I forget what exactly it's.
No, you can't join? What are you talking about? You can't join the friend no more?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you challenge them.
Here it goes.
And then you go to a private lobby.
See, look, I don't know if you can see this, but you can go to it, and right here above View Garage is Challenge Friend. Now you challenge them, and they get a window that pops up. They get a window that pops up that says accept the challenge, and if they accept, you can join a lobby together and race.
Other than that, you can't join a lobby.
No, you can't join a live lobby, no.
What do you mean
I
one?
can only join myself one time, and then it won't let me challenge myself again.
Well, stop joining yourself, you self-crushing ass motherfucker.
Get some friends so you don't have to join yourself.
I ain't never crushed nothing of my own. Fuck you.
Don't join yourself, motherfucker.
Hey, did anybody find out? Did anybody find out if can you pink that RX-7?
Dude, you better watch what you say, man. You fucking ruin my reputation. It's gonna be on then.
Hey, kiss my
I don't
ass.
crush shit.
You know who you're talking to?
Yeah, I know exactly who I'm talking to.
Alright, as long as you know it.
So-
You know who you're talking to?
Hey, Todd.
Yeah.
Hey, did you find out? Can you pink that RX-7 GT spec yet?
Yeah, I haven't tried to ping it, but I heard you can ping it because it doesn't have a pink flag on it.
Yeah, I tried pinking and it just threw up an error. So, but I don't know if that's just me or if anybody else. It says no, you cannot pink them. No, you can't be pinked. Okay, so I wasn't sure if they changed that.
Why they even give the car if you can't pink it?
I don't know.
Because
That's
all the free cars you can't pink, Bert.
that's my point. I don't understand these cars that can't be pinked. I know they want to cut down on farming and all
They
that.
did that with the Focus RE, RF, whatever the hell that thing is.
See, there it is right there.
Tell them that
New
free cars
friend.
can't pink.
New friend challenge. Edward Lopez wants to challenge you, and you can join. It'll take you to a private lobby where you can race. You can race your friend,
And that's it.
and that's it.
You can't join anybody. That's what you're saying.
No, other than that, you can't. So no more. The tournaments are really not going to happen anymore. I don't think you can join and have a tournament.
So what do you mean? Like our tournaments? Like they're shutting us down?
Yeah, you can't.
Join everyone.
You can't join. Like
Really?
you can't have a tournament in a lobby where you have a team event where all the team members join one lobby. You can't do that anymore.
And it sucks ass.
Well, what the fuck?
So there's that.
And we're standing for this shit? We're standing for this shit, or we boycotting this shit?
Well, let's talk about it.
This ain't cool. I didn't know all this was going on. I know the challenge a friend, which I thought was cool because you can challenge a friend and you won't get blown up from like random people like, hey bro,
No.
pick me, man, pick me. But you're
No.
saying like you can't join a friend at all?
You can join
Just one friend.
one friend. That's it. One friend.
One friend.
Yeah.
One friend.
Yeah, that's it.
And who is this helping? Who is this helping? Go ahead, I'll wait.
Well, it's a way to combat lobby jumping. If they had it, here's the thing: if they set it up where you could have more than one friend in a private lobby, like if you challenge me and I join you, and I challenge somebody, they join me. Now we have 3 people in the lobby. We keep challenging, so we could have a whole team in that lobby to do a tournament. That would be great. But right now it's just 2 people. 2 people.
They work 80 hours a week now.
Oh yeah, they're busting ass. Dude, they're slaving away over there.
So
When you have 5 guys trying to run a game with millions of people, yeah. You might want to hire somebody instead of putting the money in your pocket, you raggedy bitches. That's what you might want to do.
what else? What
That's
else?
crazy.
So yeah.
Global chat is gone.
Oh.
That's good.
Global chat's okay. So here's the thing. Okay, so they say the game is smoother at 60 frames per second, which, when it works good, is true. I've noticed it's smoother, but yet, am I the only one that has noticed if you go to a live race or you go to your, what is that? Your the test. You go to the test track. As soon as that race starts, if you hit that you hit the throttle to raise your RPMs. Did you ever notice it freezes at about 2,000 RPMs and then glitches ahead? Every time. Other than that, it actually is pretty smooth, but that drives, because that's right at the beginning of the race. It's right at the beginning of the race where I'm like, okay, here we go, and then it glitches, it freezes up and glitches ahead. So.
You know, and here's the other thing that I like that they had.
Yeah.
But everything that's always good, they always take away. The light when guys are online. When you go into your team, you see that green light.
Oh.
You knew they were online. They took that away.
They did. I didn't even notice that. Hey, thanks for bringing that up. I like that because you could tell who's online, who's there to chat with, who's racing, and who's not. Yeah.
Hey, Joe, did you notice? Did you notice in Showdown, if you choose a car, like say this last one was Nissan, say you're in a Subaru,
yep,
and you hit play, you know, to go, and it doesn't let you use that car, but it offers you the cars in your garage that are available.
It does. It does. I like that, except for the fact I wish it showed the stats there. Does it show the stats for the cars?
It does.
It does. Okay.
It does.
Okay. I did it once and I didn't really pay much attention. I was wondering if it shows stats because I was like, is this a max car or is this one that I won that doesn't have the right tune on it? I couldn't quite tell.
It gives you the rating.
Okay.
And it shows what color it is.
Well, the rating, but say I have two cars with the same rating, but one of them has an incorrect part on it. Well, it won't show.
Yeah, no, I don't think it gives you
so I still
the tune.
Okay, no, so I still have to go to the garage to find out if it has, because I hate racing a car. Like if I win a Nissan GTR, like it was all-wheel drive, if I win a Nissan GTR Nismo GT3 and I go to race it and I wasn't quite sure that it was the right rating, maxed out rating of 1682, but it may have had an incorrect part and I would have never known. So I wasn't going to get max performance out of it. So I still have to go back to the garage to check to make sure if that's the car I want to race. So,
but when they do these updates, why can't they just keep them simple? Like, I really don't give a shit what my garage looks like. I'm just grabbing my car and getting on the track. Who gives a rat's ass about a goddamn toolbox?
I was just going to say, get rid of that toolbox.
I love that toolbox.
It's gone. It's been gone for a while, but you're right.
What about the sparks in the garage?
So that pisses me off, too.
Hey, as long as they're not hanging drywall in my garage.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Joe, I'm going to send you the updates they did. The fixes they did.
Okay, while you're doing that,
rock in there for a minute.
For our new viewers out there, just going to do a quick recap here. I'm with Nick Angry Bird. What's up, Nick? Thanks for being here.
Yep.
We have Jeff Fiesel, a.k.a. Sir Real. What's up?
Hey, Joe.
Hey. Mr. Craig Wood. I didn't forget your name this time.
Hey, Joe.
And my man Todd, the Bearded Clam Hardway Jr. What's up?
What up, bitches?
Bitches. All right. So that's for all our new viewers out there. So we're doing a little 6.4.1 review with the Bush League in full force. So we talked about...
We got to get jerseys, man.
What?
We got to get jerseys? I don't know. Hey,
we should.
Big Thing got a jersey.
Dude.
They got a jersey, right?
We should get the Bush League jerseys.
We need some Bush League jerseys, man.
Who knows a jersey guy?
Hey, tell you what, there's this lady that won the Powerball just, that 400 whatever million, just down a couple of miles from me. We'll see if we can have her pitch in.
Tell her to go fund it. Tell her to go fund the Bush
There we
League.
go. I'll get some signs. We'll pick it outside her yard. Jerseys for the Bush League crew.
No, we can tell her to fucking go fund it.
GoFundMe, yeah. So we talked about the tutorial, some things I like about it, some things I don't like about it. We have the cars that you cannot pink, which I don't like. I don't like that at all. the cars that you can sell, but you only get $1. I don't care about that. That's a good change. That kind of gets rid of the farming that's been going on over the years. I love the music.
It should be number one for Joe.
I do. I love the music, man. I've been crying and crying about that music after you win a race or
You know
lose.
what? The old music was fine. This shit sounds like a carnival.
Well, I kind of like the old music, but I'm just glad. I'm just glad there's music right now, to be honest. Oh shit! There's the you can remove the NOS can be removed. The conversions, man. People, that's been going back for years now, like 2-3 years now.
That's
People,
another fucking sugar coat.
you don't like that?
What is it gonna do to the market though? Think about it.
Here's my whole thing on the NOS removal.
Two ways.
NOS removal was great when we were all tuning cars for specific lobbies.
Yeah.
Now with the update, when you have to run max or 68 and you need NOS on it to get more points, what fucking good is it removal of NOS now?
So you're saying NOS don't matter? Hey, rumor in the field is they're gonna take away ghost shifting. Is that true? Anybody want to weigh in on that?
I sure hope so.
Yes, I can't say for certain because I don't know for certain, but I've heard rumors that it will be taken. They found a way to do it, and they will be taken care of. So ghost shift while you can. Get it before it's gone. Shit, man. Jimmy One Stop Shop. Where's the beer, Pigpen? Shoot, I forgot beer. I got vodka upstairs.
Fuck you, man. I be ghost shifting.
Yeah, so they say.
Yeah, I know.
Rumor has it ghost shifting will be gone. So I don't know when, but it will be from what I am hearing.
Cornfield Daniel is your fucking admin, fucking players administrator.
So what?
I thought he didn't want to take the ghost shifting away.
I don't know if it's up to him.
And he didn't sound like he wanted to when he announced it.
Because I remember he made a big deal about he didn't want the ratings to be shown on the cars.
He's the one that brought it out. Hey, he's the one that brought it. I mean, he brought it out, but then Joe brought it mainstream. Joe was like, boom, boom. He hit a double shift on the car, and everybody was like, what the fuck is that?
Boom.
Pigpen, the one and only.
So there's that. There's that. What else, man? There's so much going on here.
I like that.
You like the fact that you
Bird likes that.
Yeah. You've never been a fan of ghost shifting. I'll be honest.
Never.
I think it's fun. I think it's fun to do, but I honestly don't think it should be in the game personally. I love to do it. I think it's a challenge. It's fun, but to be in the game, I think it just causes more conflict than it. I think it brings in more negative than it brings in positive.
Yeah, when you got 250 rated or 256 rated Super Coupes,
yeah,
it comes down to who can ghost shift better, not
right.
Who does it, the best shift at the right time.
Hey, you know what Joe hit with my tune, my ghost shifted tune. Joe, what'd you hit? Was it 9.3?
Oh yeah, easy 9.3. Like it's so long ago, but yeah,
Joe hit it.
It's a 9, like a 9.3. Even
you better snapshot that shit because you ain't gonna be able to fucking say you can do it anymore.
No.
Hey, so what are they gonna do about the records? What are they gonna do about the records? Because you've seen Cornfield Daniels put fucking.
Well, who cares about the records anyway? Because all they do it on the computer anyhow.
Yeah.
I don't chase records.
I stopped chasing records after I found out that a large portion of those records are just people running them on computer with doing whatever, not even actually racing. So it's like, why should I spend my time and money chasing records when I know it's just somebody, racing on a computer?
Yeah,
but you do hold records though. You hold records though, Joe.
Yeah, but I don't chase records anymore. I would have cars where I go, no, that's my car.
You don't chase them.
Nope.
But they're still trying to beat Pigpen, the one and only. They're like, I gotta beat Pigpen.
Well, that's fine. I don't care about that. But if I have a record out there and it gets beaten, you know what? If I happen to break a record, I submit it. But I don't go.
Legit.
I used to go through and I would find like the ZR1 and I would race that for 4 hours. I'd spend $50 in gems to chase that record. And Dak Mac says, Joe mentioned motor swaps. That's funny. Way back in the day, there used to be a program on my iPad. It was called iFunbox. And you could go into the program files and they actually had an icon in Racing Rivals for engine swap. They never did anything with it, but it was there. I think it was probably from one of the Nitto games that they just copied and pasted that code over to Racing Rivals. But it was in there.
Nitto was legit.
So that was in there. I saw the engine swap. I always thought that would add a pretty cool element to the game. So guys, thumbs up if you enjoy this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Turn those video notifications on so you never miss any of my live streaming. With me right now is Mr. Nick Angry Bird, Jeff Fiesel, aka Surreal, Mr. Craig Wood, and as always, Todd, the Bearded Clam Hardway Jr., and I am Pigpen, the one and only, bringing you Racing Rivals live right here on my channel.
I'll sign checks later.
We're talking about Racing Rivals 6.4.1, kind of doing a Bush League review with the Bush League crew. All right, having a lot of fun here, guys. Represent. We're gonna get some Bush League crew shirts. That's gonna be cool.
Jeff's out. Hey, Jeff, Mr. Surreal is outside planting bushes right now because Jeff be building. He wanna be on a team. He's out there planting some bushes.
Yeah.
He wants to be a Bush League.
Dude, I told you I'm in the car.
You're welcome, Drake.
You're still sitting in the car?
Hell yeah.
Must be a nice
Dude,
car.
it's been like an hour. You're still sitting in the car.
So guys, if you're watching right now, let me know in the live chat what your thoughts are on 6.4.1.
Just want me a soda.
If there's anything you want us to talk about, guys, let us know as well.
Mountain Dew voltage.
I tried to grab my wife's glass. She
Hey,
looked at me like I
how
was
did I know it was
stupid.
Mountain Dew, man?
So yeah, there's a couple people want to know how to take off NOS, how to remove it. Go to your upgrade section, go to conversions. That's where conversions. It took Todd had to tell me. I couldn't even find it. I was like, I don't know where the hell this is. So Todd told me, go to conversions. There it is. I felt like a noob.
True
It's
story.
all right. True story. Yeah, it is.
True story.
Yep.
True story. Like Joe trying to change his outlet, but Joe asked me, "How the fuck do you remove
Dude,
conversions?" That's what he said.
you hold on. Let's tell a little story.
Thinking he's nice.
Yeah.
Joe
So
ain't nice. Joe be cussing
Story
more than I do.
okay, so no, it's not really that much. Like, okay, so I have an outlet up in my bathroom. What is that called? A GFX or GFI? There we go.
GFI.
So I'm like, okay, it's not working all the time. I got to change it. And Todd's an electrician, and he's Todd's pro. So I'm like, oh, Mr. Pro electrician. I'll ask him. Like,
I told you what to do.
yeah, you would have told me what to do. So I'm like, okay, so I got to go downstairs. I got to go downstairs to pop my breaker.
Is Joe
Todd.
in his car right now?
Todd, tell everybody what you said, because I go, hey, I'm going to go downstairs and pop my breaker. Todd says, no, this is the easy way to do it. What did you say, Todd? How to break the circuit? How to pop it?
Okay, well, this is what happened. Joe said he don't know what breaker that circuit is on. So I said, all right, man. I said, get an insulated pair of pliers. And you a paper clip back.
Paper
shove
clip.
it in the outlet, and it's gonna pop it.
Yeah, put the
I'm
paper
like,
clip in
it's
the
gonna pop it,
outlet.
You're gonna be good to go.
What's up, Dan?
And then
Yeah.
Joe's like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna tell you nothing wrong. I'm gonna let
So,
you know. And he's like, no, I'm not.
I don't know about.
Put it in an outlet.
I don't know about you, but I've heard my whole life, do not put paper clips in an outlet. Here's the pro. Hey, put the paper clip in the outlet. Pop the breaker.
I'm trying to tell you. Did you ever change it? Did you get it changed?
Oh, absolutely. And I didn't put a paper clip in there.
You hit every breaker on your panel to change it.
Yeah. See, there's.
Your wife upstairs. You're like, is this it? Is this it?
I told her, I said, here, I told my wife, I'm going to change this thing. Todd tells me to put a paper clip in there. I dial 9-1 on my phone, and all I got to do is hit 1. That's all I got to do.
All you got to do is hit the 1.
Yeah, so, yeah, there's a lot of people that agree with me. Don't put paper clips in the outlet. It's not going to end well. That's like taking a leak on the electric. You don't piss on the electric fence. It doesn't end well.
Should have hit 4-1.
Joe, I wouldn't tell you nothing wrong, man. I'm certified. I'm an electrician, man.
That's right. Todd would never steer me wrong, would he?
Absolutely never steer him wrong. Hey, if
Todd's like, hey.
Live chat right now, I'm not watching it, but anyone in the live chat, if you think I would steer Joe wrong, you let me know. But if you think
so,
I'd steer him right, yeah.
Todd's like, put that paper clip in the outlet. Oh, and by the way, Do you want? Let's live stream real quick. Let's put this on Skype. Let me watch you fry.
Yeah. Let's live stream while we stick paper clips in the outlet.
Oh shit. So
Don't make me look bad now, man. Hey, I told you get an insulated pair of pliers, because if not, you would have got lit up, man.
yeah, before you do,
Hey,
yeah.
man, Joe, tell the full story now, because hey, Joe sends me a picture of a pair of channel locks.
Yeah.
Like channel locks. If you don't know what channel locks are, like with a blue handle.
Yeah.
He sent me a picture of that. He's like, "Is this good?" I'm like, "No, do not use that. Like, you're gonna get lit up if you use that. Do not use channel locks, man."
He's like,
I'm like, "You need an insulated
Yeah.
pair of pliers."
yeah, hold my beer. Watch this.
Yeah, hold my beer. I'm like, "Joe, hold my beer."
All right. So let's get back to that. Was a fun little story. Todd wouldn't steer me wrong. Put your finger in the outlet. That's the easiest way to pop the breaker. So
Really, with
Yeah.
the finger. Come on, man. I told you insulated. Come on, man.
all right. So okay. So let's go back tutorial time. I like the tutorial. The only thing I don't like is the fact that the cars are not pinkable. I don't care if. I don't know. I don't know why the point they can't be pinkable, because that keeps a player from using them to win other cars. You could still keep them. I agree.
Indonesia.
I agree with them being sold for $1. I like that.
They took my damn builders away.
No builders.
Bird doesn't have an Indonesia builders no more because they don't have new phones. So with the new update, when you gotta have a new phone,
Bird needs to buy
all
him a
the
new
top
phone.
25 teams.
Hold on.
All the top 25 teams lost their builders. They lost their mill farmers.
There you go.
They
The
lost
RX-7 is
It's a
definitely
shame. So here's the other thing I don't like is the fact
Did
that
you lose it?
during the tutorial, your C-Class car, you win in a pinks race. It's the Ford SVT Cobra. My biggest complaint is the fact that I can't get that car. It's a sweet looking car. It's got some nice wheels, red matte paint, yellow lights, I think.
Why?
But you can't get it if you've already done the tutorial on any of your accounts. If you've already done the tutorial, you can't get that car. So.
Yeah, I don't start new accounts frequently.
But you can't pink them, so if you even get it on a new one, you can't get it. So.
Well, that shit crazy. Hey, Joe, my son came home with a bad note on Friday.
What'd he do?
Hey, teacher said that they were trying to do what they were doing, and then my son was like, "Fuck that, I'm playing Legos." And then the teacher was like, "No, man, you can't play Legos." He's like, "Yeah, well, I'm playing Legos."
What, he call her a raggedy ass bitch?
He didn't call her a raggedy bitch. He did not call her a raggedy bitch, but he was basically like, "Nah, I'm playing Legos." She's like, "Nah, you're not playing Legos.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing." And he's like, "Nah, I'm gonna play Legos anyways."
So-
I'm playing Legos.
I got a question for live chat for anybody who may know. I wonder if there's. So there's no more builder when I'm not there's no more builders, but he says where it says never bought cars from builders, but I understand that not everyone has time to build their own cars. Are there any plans to add some sort of mechanism in the garage to build your own cars? Is that in the works? That would be pretty cool. You could kind of have one tune, pay your price, boom. What?
No, if you save the tune and say, "Hey, I want to buy
Okay, not so
20
much.
cars,"
That's
that'd
cool.
be cool.
See, if they do something like that, that's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Let's wait for Daniel to respond.
Okay, not at this point. Not at this point, he
Not
says
so
so.
much.
Okay, so there's nothing like that, but I would love down the road if there was ever a chance. I'd love, because I win a car and I have my specific tune. So instead of going through, I can look at a car now and see a tune and look at the stats and go, okay, that's the catalytic converter that he has screwed up, or okay, the grip is there and there's 2 pounds more, so he has the wrong weight bottle. So I'd like to be able to go through and select a tune and copy it and paste it, but that's probably just a little too much. Anyways, that'd be cool. So
here's my thing on that.
yeah, what's your thing?
You got the guys that are programming.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah.
Or the guys that are in the community for the game, but they're not real hardcore.
Who's that?
Okay?
Who's that?
Now you're in turf. You want at least 20, 30 cars because you don't give a shit. You're going to pink every single race.
Yeah.
That's why we went to the builders, because they could build them. sit there for hours on end because I work, get
Thanks,
my
Zachary.
30 cars built, and then I'm pinking away.
Yeah.
Bird has to build.
Birds.
No, I build. I'll find someone to build.
Hashtag Bird be building.
So, did we mention? We did mention the 400 gems.
400 gems, yeah. That was our.
There's that. Then
I woke up the next morning doing a helicopter for that one.
Hey, that was our. Here you go.
Helicopter.
what is it that?
Please explain.
Do I want to know what the helicopter is?
Oh, I can.
What is the hell? Hey, I'll give $10 to Bird right now if he does a helicopter on video. What is a helicopter? You talking about like a Wrangler?
You better make that 25.
25? I want $10, man. $10.
What's up, Edward? Hey, Edward, thanks for challenging me earlier. That was cool.
Trust
So we
me,
could
it's
show
worth
the
the 25.
join a friend feature.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, I could spin that thing around my gut.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
You got a hula hoop going on over there?
He said he got a watch.
Hey, what's up, Chaotic?
I ain't paying no money for no
What's
thing.
going on?
Wraps around his wrist to get it.
Hey, if Bird is hula hooping,
Oh.
I got $20 on it.
Hashtag Bird be helicopter.
See, check it out. My computer.
$20, Bird be hula hooping.
My computer's gone. There's a big empty spot where my computer used to be.
Right now to see Bird hula hooping. Now you want to see Bird from Sam Curry's and do the hula hoop. Donate $5.
Bird be hula hooping.
Bird's gonna do a hula hoop.
So let me.
Bird, you ain't got no choice now. You ain't got no choice.
Let me go back to the game here. I'm gonna read something from the game. The
Don't worry, guys. We'll never see the money, but donate.
Bird be hula hooping.
Bird be hula hooping.
Hashtag Bird be hula
That's
hooping.
what I'm talking about. Bird be hula hooping. Hey, just $5, man. Hey, send them $5. We get $20. Bird said he's gonna hula hoop live stream.
Just
Same
go
thing as the
live.
helicopter.
I want to give you my account where there are 500 cars and give me something simple.
Bird needs to show him the helicopter.
I can't believe you never did the helicopter, dude.
Hula
We're not
pooping.
doing a helicopter. We're doing a hula hoop.
Dude, Dead Corpse says hula pooping. Hula pooping.
Come on, Bird.
All right.
Come on.
All right, what are you saying, Jeff?
Okay, Leo, I just fired up the game, and I just want to quickly read this
Jeff got
off
out of his
here.
car. He's trying to hula hoop now.
Craig be correcting folks. So we got, first off, we want to say thank you. First of all, we want to say thank you for playing Racing Rivals. We're doing our best to get the game into shape as quickly as possible. In doing so, there have been a few unfortunate speed bumps going into 6.4. One of our goals was to improve frame rates across all devices for Racing Rivals. Quite a few hitting 60 frames per second and nearly everything in a much better state.
I read that.
So one thing about that, as I mentioned earlier, is when you're racing, as soon as the dashboard, the HUD comes up, and you hit that throttle, that needle rises, and it always depending on when you hit it, it always freezes at about 2K.
Lags and then
At 2K, and then it jumps up to about 5, and then it's go, no problem after that. It's just kind of weird, but I don't know what the
There's a
heck
little
that
hesitation
is.
in the beginning.
Yeah, there is hesitation. So, part of achieving this goal was a major change in how the scene is rendered. A lot of technical stuff. Yes, a lot of technical. Some people had errors. Many of you may have noticed that a few people received the 6.4 build. That was intentional. We intended to limit the impact to quickly find the fix to the issues as they came up. This mass export is what led to the initial issues during the release of 6.4. A lot of stuff here, guys.
spoon.
Now, why can't you ask Daniel? Ask Daniel this, and this has always been. Whenever they do an update,
Why don't you ask Daniel, bro?
why don't they ever? Why do they do the update like in the beginning of turf or during turf?
do.
Why don't they just do
They
it on a
do.
Sunday night or a Monday?
They do. You didn't hear what Joe just said?
No.
They released the update only to a select few, like certain people.
Like a
Just the
small-
outlet.
What are they doing? What select few?
Well, it's a
It's
small
random-
percentage.
It's a random generation, man. So they fucking released it to a certain few, and it sucked. And then they were like, okay, well, it sucks, so let's release it to everybody.
They basically,
like, yep, that sucks.
Okay, so it's a 5% generic rollout, and it was intended to limit the impact to quickly find and fix the issues as they came up. So, totally random people. So the other thing is here's a fix, but this I noticed right off the bat was that cars were slower. And I've noticed this, and I don't know, maybe if Daniel's listening, he can, I don't know, look into this, maybe whatever. But
Daniel, if you're listening,
I have noticed that. That's Todd. So I've noticed that a lot of cars that used to, we'll say, for example, launched with whatever, we'll say, I don't know, 188 grip. Nothing has changed with the grip, but they would launch at 3,000 RPMs. Now they launch at a much lower, like at a 2,800. I don't know if that's something you guys are aware of, or if that's something that, you know, maybe you can look into that, because the BMW M3 GT2, for instance, I've raced that car thousands and thousands and thousands of races, and I know that I can launch at 3K on the nose. Now it's more like 2,800, and I know there's a few other cars that I tried personally.
They made the BMW a little more easier to drive, it seems like to me.
A lot of the shifts seem slower. Is that just me, or the shifts they seem slower?
Because the BMW was kind of tricky.
Yeah.
You either got it or you didn't get it. Now it's kind of there where everyone could hit it.
Okay, saying that might have a little to do with the performance of the game or the frame rate. Okay. So, the new tack is more precise, DacMac says.
Fuck Daniel.
Joe, how often do they take away the points for self-crushing? I am glad that they got rid of the issue. Hopefully they force it more often. I don't know, but I'm guessing they check pretty frequently during turf. And then we unfixed it every week. Let me go back here, just trying to catch up on live chat. You guys are crazy here. Guys, make sure to like this video. All of my new viewers, thumbs up, baby. Pigpen, in the message they sent out, everyone explained that all cars with the new update has a negative height, 9% horsepower, and people still have the old update. So if you have to, so you have less horsepower unless you update. The RSRE as well, Omar says. Love your vids. Should do a perfect launch on the GTR. What else here? So to cap it off, when we tried to do something nice for you folks by giving away the first turf car as the birthday, another bit of craziness happened. There was an issue with the spoiler, which led to... You're going to give yours away? There's an issue with the spoiler.
But everyone got one.
Sure, let's get the technical answer. Yeah, it was a 24-hour. You had to log on within 24 hours to get that, or it was gone.
I'll give mine away.
And I'm guessing, I don't think you can. It's not pinkable.
It is pinkable.
I thought somebody said it was, I thought it was pinkable. What happened?
I tried to pink it and it gave me an error. I didn't see the little pink slip on there that says it was non-pinkable, but I couldn't physically pink it.
I also said that it was not pinkable, and then Daniel just commented that it was in fact pinkable.
Okay.
So maybe there's something wrong with it that they need to fix, but
yeah, I went to pink it. I raised pinks and it gave me an error.
Take his word for nothing.
Who's taking a leak?
Daniel
What the hell is
ain't
that?
helping nobody but himself. Daniel ain't helping nobody but himself. That's all he's doing.
Let's see.
I got two middle fingers for him. I'm a fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin. Come down. The glass breaking. Stone Cold Thunder. The fuck out of here.
I don't mind the updates, but sometimes they try and do too much instead of just making it simple.
Fix
You know what I'm
what's
saying? There was no reason.
Fix what's broke.
So.
Yeah, fix what's broke. There was no reason for the tachometer thing. Some things they do are good. Some things you're not going to please everybody, but most of it I don't really like on this update.
Hey, all they're doing is fixing shit and then changing shit that's gonna fuck the older player to make them spend more money. So, hey, fuck the older player and fuck the newer player, and yeah, you guys deal with it. No, man.
Yeah, but some of the newer players ain't gonna spend as much money as we do in the game.
Voice of the people.
Zachary.
Yeah, but Daniel's supposed to be the voice of the people. Fuck Daniel. Take your punk ass back to the cornfield.
All right, can we get back on track here, Todd? Can we get back on track?
What?
We're talking about Racing Rival 6.4, man.
I'm good.
All right.
Good, but I'm just.
I know you're upset, but let's.
I'd like them to get some of the people that turf more, get their opinion. The guys that turf every week.
Oh, Joe, you ain't gonna shut him down? You just gonna shut me down, right?
What?
You ain't gonna shut Bert down? You just gonna shut me down, right?
He's talking about the game.
I see it. No problem.
He's talking about the update, man. So what were you saying, Nick?
I said that they need to get some more opinions from the guys that turf every week. You know, I mean, I understand what they're trying to do, but for the guys that turf hardcore every week, some of the updates really don't make sense to them. You're not going to get a new player that's going to spend as much as we do during the week on turf. It ain't going to happen.
They don't care about you, Berg.
No, I know they don't care about us, but don't say you care about the new guy either, because you're kind of screwing them.
Because exactly, that's what they're doing right now.
You're screwing both ends.
Exactly. They're lighting the candle at both ends, but everybody that's on the carbonated chat is like, oh yeah, you're doing a good job. Doing a good job, man.
Yeah, well, because they don't want to fucking say the truth.
That's my big issue. I wish there were more people saying the truth, but so.
Jeff, are you still there?
Hold on,
I'm
Zach.
here.
Zach has a question here. How long does it take for the little pinks lock to come off in campaign? I don't believe it does. That's what I'm talking about. The cars are non-pinkable. And that's where I feel it stifles the growth of a new player. It doesn't come off. So it stifles the new player. I wish they could pinks it. Selling it for $1, I agree with, but I don't agree with the pinks lock. So I wish they could, because if I was to start a game, I'd want to win some new cars with these campaign cars. But it's not going to happen. So.
Yeah, because when you first start off, you want to save all your money.
Oh, but Viper GTS used to be money, man. That's a fast-ass car.
But now you can still pink that car if you buy it out of the showroom.
Absolutely. You just can't pink the ones in the campaign. But for a new player, that's like their lifeline right there. They play, and their only cars are in the garage that they've gotten from the campaign. So they should be able to take those, go out to the lobby, race them, and win some other cars to kind of get their foot in the game.
You and just starting out, that campaign takes you a while to get through. If there ain't nobody helping you.
Right.
Anybody need help, holler at me. Anybody need help, holler at me.
Yeah.
They're gonna still need some cash to build up the car, because you can't pink the other one that you just got through.
Fine. That's fine. Anybody needs money, holler at me. I'll give you some fucking cash.
Okay. So the problem is that new players start off brand new, never played, and they step into a multiplayer race and then accidentally pink and lose their car. It's funny because that's exactly what happened to me once. My very first, it was the Dodge Charger, I think it was.
What the hell was that?
It was the...
Todd goes down.
So now instead of losing a campaign car, a cheap car, you're gonna have the new guy spend some money, get a good car, and then their first race they're gonna lose that one.
So are they lose? Well, you can't.
Hilarious.
You can't pick a car if it's your. I don't think. Can you pick a car if it's your only active campaign car? I don't think you can.
No, you can't pick your own last car.
So there's that.
Can't race with nothing.
All right. So let me go back to this list. Let's see if we missed anything, because I wanted to hit up on, let's see if I can find this list that you sent me, man. Okay, so when a car is selected, you can see the number of parts installing on it. Okay, that's convenient. If you have parts installing before you go to the map, players have the opportunity to complete individual installs or complete all installs at a discount. I like that. 6.3, we increased how much stuff you can hoard in your inventory. That's right, you have the inventory filter system now. You can go through and just select paint. You can get all your paints, select wheels, check out all your wheels, kind of like that. It's kind of like the garage sorter. After years of requests, conversions are now removable, including NOS, turbocharger, and supercharger. I like that. Bird, I think it was Bird. Bird, you didn't like it. I did like it.
Yeah, because after 4 years of playing this damn game, I got fucking, I'll just take my Stellas, for instance. I got 30 turbos, and I got 30 superchargers, so there's no reason for me to switch them. Okay.
Here's why I like it. Because if I have a turf car, and it... traditionally, I'd have a turf car and I would never put NOS on it because once it's on, you can't go back. So I'd have a really awesome tune for a no NOS, you know, for that turbo, you know, for that turf car, and I would race it, and then all of a sudden I'd find a really good, maybe like a supercharger tune, but it has NOS, and I don't want to use that because once I add NOS, then it's useless for my turbo without NOS, so it kind of limits myself. But now I can do two different, or I can use it in a, say I have a really good tune in a lower lobby without NOS, but then I want to max it out, and then I can bring it back down, and depending on my game style, I can race it in the lobby, lower lobby, without NOS, max it out. So I kind of like it because I can go back and forth. It gives me options.
No, I'll take your tune. You can take top 10 your tune. That's cool.
I like.
Yeah, they had an all motors event
everyone
once.
was running tuned cars, but after the last update, when you're running turf,
it's a piece of shit.
you basically need NOS on your car now.
Now, I'm NOS on your car, you can't make points. So if you're a max tuner, if you want to max your car out, there you go.
Well, the way the point system is geared, you either have to be in 68 lobby or max lobby, because all the other fucking lobbies don't give you shit for points.
Yeah, I know. I got 12 points the other day in a fucking.
So what's the point? What's the point of sugarcoating, saying, "Oh, now we can take off NOS," after all the years saying we can't do it when we were running tuned cars, but now that we ain't running tuned cars, now all of a sudden we can take NOS off.
Well.
Oh, now.
No. It was possible way back when Glue was running the show, or maybe even CIE. They looked at it.
They're making money off of their tunes, so now.
What I was told was they thought they could do it, and once they looked into it, once they dug deep into the coding, they realized it was not as simple as just remove NOS. And then CIE or Glue just put it on the back burner and said, "Nah, screw it. We have other things to worry about." And then Carbonated comes in and says, "Hey, this is something," because we did mention that a lot at the Player Summit, and they dug deep into it and they tackled that subject. So it wasn't the fact that they weren't gonna do it or whatever the case. It was that Glue shouldn't do it. But Carbonated came in.
To me, it's just a sugar coating. They take the hey, we gave you the removal of NOS.
Okay.
For all the other stuff, we gave you this horse shit. So we just gave you NOS removal.
Okay.
Fuck the NOS removal. Shove it up your fucking ass, the NOS removal.
Hey, I think everybody agrees that they made the right decision of not adding me to the player council. Because you might have seen that shit on World Star Hip Hop. Yeah. World Star? Yeah, World Star. It might have been me fucking kicking bitches in the asses. Like, you're not fucking up my game, man. Or high voltage electric.
Okay.
With the update, it does look a little better. The graphics look a little better. The tachometer sucks ass.
Graphics look good. Hey, the graphics look good, man. The graphics look good.
I love the graphics.
They changed the fucking speedometer. What the fuck?
I love the graphics. I don't like the way it glitches. The needle glitches. when you at the start of a race. So let me ask you guys this. What do you guys make of this? It's just this wording, but right here, okay, players, it says you can now jump to a private lobby with your friend by challenging them directly from the friends list. And then it says this right here, word for word. You won't believe what happens to the lobby jumpers next.
So what's that mean?
I don't know.
Well, let me ask him this. What happens to all the fucking tournaments that teams put out? That we have fun racing and spending gems and doing. We can't do that no more either.
Bird, that's a great.
Don't get crazy now.
No, that's a great.
I'm
No.
getting all mad now.
Bird, that's a great point there. I love the tournaments that we used to do. We would all pile into a lobby,
Angry.
and I wish you could join a friend and you could have multiple friends join into that private lobby, so you could have these tournaments, because that was one of those things that got. You know, in your downtime, that's one of those things that got teams together, you know? Just a nice friendly challenge. That was one of the
That's
events.
what they did before turf even started.
They're shutting down the clam games, is that what you're saying?
That's what they're doing. And all the tournaments that we used to pull off, we can't do them no more either now.
So, Bird, you're telling me that they're going to shut down the clam games. I can't host my events no more.
Hey, I'm telling you, they're shutting down the clam games.
Unless you have 1 versus 1.
Oh, yeah. Tournaments.
And they have to be friends.
4 months.
Okay, well, let's burn this bitch the fuck down.
Okay, so hey, I got an update. I got an update for you guys. You plan on extending private lobbies so that multiple players can be in lobbies and only the participants.
That's smart.
So there we go.
Let's burn dog shit.
Hey, Daniel, if you're listening, bring that green light back on so we know who's on.
Daniel, if you're listening, fuck you from the beginning.
No, give us back that green light so we know who's on and who ain't.
Yeah, so in the team tab,
Big middle finger from me.
bring back the green light, say who's online and who's not. They should revamp the current tournaments where you could just have friends join. Okay, so green light for teams.
Hey, middle finger from Todd. Don't forget that one.
Joe, what's the reason they do? Joe, what's the reason they?
Damn it, Joe, we're supposed to be a team, man.
What's that?
What's the reason what?
Team, man. Yeah, what's the
Jeff
reason?
is awful quiet.
And I'm trying to read this comment.
I'm mad. I'm mad at Todd. That motherfucker run his mouth earlier about me self-crushing. I'm still pissed.
You mad at me?
Straight up.
You mad at me? You mad at me? You mad at me, Jeff?
Hey, man.
Hey.
You got Jeff in an uproar. Now you already said Jeff and Craig sound the same, and now neither one of them are talking, so they definitely sound the same this week.
Yeah,
All right.
both of them are silent Bob, but goddamn, Jeff, like you're mad because what?
You said he was
I'm mad because
Thanks,
we're
Edward.
fucking live, and you're going
Yes.
to talk bullshit like that. You better apologize and say it ain't true.
All right, let's do a quick.
I ain't apologizing about shit, man.
And let's do a quick ID.
Just come over
For those of
and
you who
fucking
just
week.
joined in, you didn't
Take your
hit that video
frustration out on
notification
everybody.
button, you missed the beginning of the live stream. We're here talking Racing Rivals 6.4.1 with the Bush League crew. Here with us is Angry Bird Nick. What's up, Angry Bird Nick? How you doing?
Hey,
Angry as usual, I take it.
We're bumping heads tonight.
Yeah. Jeff Fiesel, a.k.a. Surreal, in the house.
Hey, Joe. Thanks for having me, buddy.
Anytime. And we got Mr. Craig. I didn't forget your last name, Wood.
Silent Bob.
And with us, Todd, the Bearded Clam Hardway Jr. Banging.
Jeff is offended. He lives in San Francisco, obviously.
Oh.
Yeah, man, fuck you, dude. Already, straight up, again, to your face this time. Fuck you, Todd. Okay?
Fuck you too, motherfucker. What's up?
Man, I'm about to go, Joe. I ain't put up with this shit all the time like this. It's just annoying the fuck out of me.
Okay, go ahead.
So what I missed? What the hell did I miss between you two? I thought you guys were joking.
I was joking. I guess he wasn't joking, but
All
I
right,
don't
well,
give a fuck.
let's get back to business then. How's that? Can we get back to business, everybody? Can we get along?
Yeah, bring them green lights back.
Green lights for the team tab.
And add where you could join multiple friends in a lobby.
Yep, that's coming apparently. That's eventually down the road a little bit. You can have multiple people join the lobby so you can have our tournaments back. Because that's a big thing.
All right, Jeff. You can go ahead. Murder, She Wrote is on. Go watch Murder, She Wrote.
See? You just can't shut the hell up.
Yeah.
He usually tells me I'm watching Murder, She Wrote.
Bert, you used to watch Murder, She Wrote, but apparently Jeff Fiesel done took your spot.
Am I going to have to
What
put
time
you...
you start drinking today, bud?
Who's that?
Was that...
So when
Who's going to have to... Who's going in timeout?
It was coming down the line on adding
I don't know. It was...
people in a lobby.
I don't know.
I don't know. Jeff
The
said
chat
he
was...
got,
The chat
he
was
got,
going
like,
so
drummer balls
fast.
in his hand, so
See, there you go again.
Yeah,
You are
that's
just one
you.
sad,
Keep
sad individual, man.
Keep talking shit.
You're so
Keep
bitter.
talking shit,
You don't even got
motherfucker.
shit
Keep
going on
bringing
for
it.
yourself.
Keep talking shit. I'll keep bringing it.
Whatever. You just keep bringing it. You're making a fool of yourself, dude. You talk bad about me, okay? The guy that you idolized, you said, when you were a kid. You're going to talk bad about me.
Yeah, obviously you're fucking dreaming.
You're talking bad about me. I don't understand it.
I wish I had some popcorn.
So I'm going to keep running mine. So
Yeah, well, you're making it all up. It's all bullshit. You know, if you come with facts, dude, I'll buy into it. But everything you're saying is bullshit.
All right.
Let's go.
You're saying it live so that
Roasted
everybody can
HD, you
understand
got to buy him a cookie? Is that what you says? Roasted HD says he'll buy him both a cookie.
Let's go with facts. Are you not an admin on the racing on the was it Drama Kings?